Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Leo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Leo, excuse me. Suddenly something weird was happening with my voice just now. I'm just gonna burn some more Palo Santo because that was very strange. This reading is all about what your passed away loved ones would like to tell you. And I'm just gonna burn the Palo Santo around here. That was a very strange sensation. And, you know, it's really funny because, like, I never used to understand that when other tarot readers, they would start coughing or having, like, their voices would go out or they'd start to feel weird things. And I always thought that was so strange. And then it started happening to me. And it usually indicates that there have been things that have been left unsaid, and throat chakras being blocked, energies trying to block the messages from spirit. There's always that too. So I'm not sure which one it is, but I just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. Wisdom of the Oracle for the overall energy. I'm going to read from the book at the end, and then just the Rider-Waite-Smith deck for your tarot reading. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What do their passed away loved ones want to say to them, please, Spirit? Thank you. Wow. Pre-shuffled this deck. Shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. Shuffled just now. And you got the same exact card as Scorpio. So you may have prominent Scorpio placements in your chart. The number is 42, which reduces to a 6, which is the Lover's card in the Major Arcana, Gemini energy. Lover's card talks about a divine partnership, a union of some sort, or it can talk about a choice point, that you're at the precipice of making a really big decision. And the card is Chop Wood. Chop wood. So, for a Scorpio reading, the meaning of this card, you know, I don't know, I don't have all the meanings of the cards memorized or anything, and I usually just intuit the message. The meaning of the actual card talks about keeping yourself busy in moments where you might find your mind idling or your behavior idling. That if there is indeed a decision that you are trying to make and you might be procrastinating or fearful or anxious about it, it's almost better to step away from that energy for a minute and just go do the dishes or vacuum or do your laundry, so that you can just be in the space where you're just doing a task that needs to be done, a daily task for your health and well-being that is necessary, and allowing your mind to release the anxiety so that spirit can bring the answer in, right? So sometimes, you know, that can turn into procrastination though, because there were plenty of times when I had to do schoolwork and instead I would just clean my room. So yes, I did feel productive in cleaning my room, but I was putting off doing the work that I needed, that actually had a deadline, right? Sometimes the deadlines that loom can overwhelm us. So Spirit is saying to you that one, your Passed away loved ones want to tell you that they're with you and that you don't need to be anxious. We worry is one thing, but anxiety, we're just heightening that state to almost a mode of panic. And they want to tell you that they're kind of with you all the time, and you just have to call out to them to assist you, or to even quiet your heart, you know, quiet your mind. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards for the base spread. There is no particular layout. It's not past, present, future. It's just messages from your passed away loved ones. So a whole bunch of cards just spilled out everywhere, and I'm going to take them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 cards spilled out. I was only going to take 3, so they have a lot to say. So I'm just going to show you 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And again, there is no, it's just a message that's coming in. The Chariot card and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about stagnancy, wanting to explore your options, wanting to move forward in victory, but finding it very difficult to make that first step forward. The pages all make a single step forward, but it's an important step, right? It's like, let's say you want to buy a new car, but you can't afford it, and you have like maybe $500 in the bank or something. You can't afford a new car, but you want a new car, and it would really help you with your going to work every day, and, you know, helping out your parents or whatever. Your determination and the decision alone to get a new car is the first step. The second step would probably be saving up the money for it, and then maybe doing research on what kind of car you can afford, and what is safe and what is reliable, and you know, could you buy a used one as opposed to a new one? It's asking the right questions, but it's first making the decision. I make the decision that I am going to initiate the, you know, go beyond my curiosity and go beyond my desire and actually do something. So it's not enough to say, I want a car. Now I'm going to say, I'm going to open up a savings account, and I'm going to put $100 in it every single week or every single month or whatever it is until I have enough money to buy that car. Not always easy. Seems overwhelming. Seems almost like, oh my God, it's going to be 10 years until I get this. I might as well just not even save it and spend it now. Right? That's one way to approach it. But there's some, we're not talking about a car. I mean, we could be talking about a car. Chariot can talk about cars, but I don't really see that. That was just an example. I do see it as a big decision, and it's almost like you don't even know where to start. 7 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Looking perhaps to your friends for ideas. Maybe it's not about stealing their ideas, or at least I hope it's not, but it could be about, you know, this character. This is also known as the Thief of the Tarot, but there's kind of a caveat to the story of the 7 of Swords, which is that he's trying to avoid war in the story of the 7 of Swords. He doesn't want to start a war. he doesn't want it to be prolonged. And so he's taking away their kind of swords, their resources, their ideas, in order to avert that war. So in a sense, the 7 of Swords is trying to kind of save the day. But how he goes about it is strategic and slightly tricky, slightly in a silent way. No, but he doesn't want anybody to see. And so I see this character looking at this group of friends. The 3 of Cups is all about celebration. You got these cards in the upright. So it's almost like you know, Spirit can kind of see you maybe comparing yourself to other people, or you know, I do want to point out that this is a yellow background, and yellow backgrounds, just like this one in the tarot, represent kind of positive vibes, positive energy. So it's more like you're looking at how your friends did it, or the approach that your colleagues took, or how your parents pulled this off, whatever it is for you, the choice for you. And you're trying to kind of take those ideas and make them, incorporate them into your life. I'm actually going to pull a clarifier on that one. What is it that we're talking about here? So your cards feel very chaotic right now. Even in the beginning, they all kind of just spilled out. So I don't know if that's kind of how you feel this time. But to clarify those cards, you got the Four of Swords. So Spirit is kind of showing me that, you know, what are we talking about here? Healing money trauma, lineage trauma, narratives that have been passed around your social group or your family. This is, Four of Swords is a card of healing from heartbreak, healing from the Three of Swords, heartbreak, heartache. We're in this place of rest. We're in this place of, you know, we're taking a time out and just, spoiler alert, right? Really trying to, this card does not want to stay in my hand. Why is that? I almost see this as reluctancy, because now Spirit is giving me a scene where, you know, you try to put your little kid to bed and they are dog tired, their eyes are so droopy, but they just refuse to go to sleep. Mom and Dad, read me another story. They just refuse to go to sleep, even though it's good for them. Spirit is muting my ear right now. Even though it's good for them, it's what they need. They need rest to have enough energy to play tomorrow, but they just refuse. And this is what I'm seeing, because the card kept trying to fall out of my hand, and I'm like, no, you have to rest. I'm just like, no, I don't want to, right? So almost like saying that there are no accidents. There's a refusal. This is, I don't know why this is coming through as stubbornness. This is usually not the card of stubbornness, but I see a stubbornness here. It's almost like I'd say, Leo, sit down. And then you just look at me and be completely defiant. Even if you knew what I was saying was right. Right? Like, I'm busy. I gotta like figure out how to fix this situation. And Spirit is saying, chop wood, carry water. Like, you gotta quiet the mind and just like do the mundane things right now before you do the complicated things. I think we're gonna end up coming back to that, but just let me move to the next two cards. Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. This could really have to do with a work situation. Eight of Pentacles is the card of diligence and tenacity and focus, really intense focus on something. Three of Swords, like I just mentioned, is the heartbreak card. And when the card is in reverse, it shows that their healing has not been done. And, you know, there are things that I haven't healed from like 10 years ago. So there's no judgment here. It's just, this is what your passed away loved ones are pointing out to you, right? They can see that your heart is broken in some respect regarding some issue that could have to do with your livelihood or the place where you spend the majority of your time and energy. So if you're a stay-at-home dad or mom, it could be raising your family. If you're a career person, it could be your job. You know, however you spend the majority of your time, this heartbreak is related to it. Maybe it's become a burden to you because suddenly I saw all these pentacles falling off the wall. I've never seen that before. And looking at this, but it's almost like they're like tilting. They're like loose and they're tilting. It's almost, I see the hammering, right? You know, when you hammer something, it sends out a vibration. It's almost like these look like they're just gonna pop right off the wall. That's very bizarre. And there's that stubbornness again. I feel the stubbornness. Leo, what is that? I feel the stubbornness. No, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna engrave all these pentacles. Even if I have to work myself into the ground. That doesn't feel healthy. And that's what Spirit is talking about right here. Sit down, Leo. Take a breather. Because, like, what are you doing? 10 of Wands. It's like I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at like the intensity of the situation, that you don't feel like you can rest. You don't feel like you can rest and relax. 10 of Wands is carrying burden. And someone just said, it's my cross to bear. It's my responsibility, so I have to see it through. I mean, is somebody trying to take this from you? You hear this motorcycle roaring in the background. Kind of reminded me of like a lion's roar. Like, if like whatever I'm saying in this reading is triggering you, then it means that I'm right. Or not me, but Spirit. You know, like whenever somebody says something, like somebody that, you know, especially if it's somebody we care about and we know cares about us, they say something that triggers us, and we know that it's like hitting a spot that hurts and that they're probably right. Now, I'm not talking about people that are just blatantly criticizing you. That's not what I'm talking about, because that's rude. But I am talking about people that are saying, you know, I'm worried. I'm worried about you. I'm worried that you're working too hard. That you're kind of spinning your wheels. That you're not resting. That you're comparing yourself to people. And I don't see it going anywhere for right now. I feel you stuck. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the upright talks about epiphany, clarity, information. Holding the crown chakra up. Aces bring new from Spirit, right? It's something that Spirit brings in that's just for us. But the card talks about potentiality, the potential of something. And it's only sitting in potential because we have to be in a space to receive. Our hands have to be free to receive. Thank you, Spirit. And right now they're not. So there's information that Spirit wants to bring in to give to you. But you're really, really busy with your responsibilities, and you know, Your responsibilities are your responsibilities. But is there anything that you can put down even just for a moment so you can clear your head? Let me read from the book, number 42. Chop wood. Being grounded in everyday experience. Humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be, to let nature take its course, is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Now is the time to take small steps rather than large leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for the life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. So, getting back to the overall message that Spirit is saying, there is a kind of pride and beautiful humility in taking care of your everyday needs. That's part of the human experience too. And your passed away loved ones want to really reiterate to you that part of those everyday needs encompasses self-care. So take care of your health and yourself today, Leo. That's your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Leo.